You ever walked into a bedroom, turned the AC on, and the space still feel very uncomfortable? Not just warm, but still kinda like heavy and still almost like trapped. So here is the thing, it's not the AC, it's the space itself. And once this becomes very clear, the way rooms are seen are completely changes. In design, it's not only about how a space looks, it's about how it feels, and temperature is one of the most misunderstood part of that experience because a room can be 70 degrees and still feel warm, so let's break that down. First, windows, because sunlight is not just light, it carries heat, especially in west-facing rooms. Afternoon sun continues heating surfaces for hours and hours. Now, here is where the mistake often happens. Thin curtains, they really soften brightness, but they don't stop heat. So even when the room looks calm, heat continues building inside. Instead, in design, windows are layered, sheer fabric for light, and heavier or blackout layers for heat control, because this isn't just decoration, it's a temperature control. Now, moving deeper into the space, fabrics. Rugs, bedding, curtains, cushions, they really create comfort visually, but in summer they really hold heat. Because soft materials absorb warmth and release it very slowly, and when layered increases, airflow decreases, so even with a cooling system running, the air can feel still heavy. Instead, summer design becomes lighter, fewer layers, breathable materials that really reduce visual weight, because design isn't only visual, it's thermal. Next, flooring, often overlooked but highly impactful. Carpet really holds heat while tile or stone release it quickly. That's why tile feels cool even when the temperature is the same. So what's being felt isn't just temperature, it's heat transfer, and because of that, reducing rocks in warmer months can completely shift how a room feels. Now airflow. Air really needs movement, but when a room is fully closed, circulation slows down, and as a result, even cooled air begins to feel stagnant. So the space doesn't just feel warm, it really feels still. Instead, silently openings allow air to move freely because comfort comes from movement. Now, fans, in summer, direction really matters. A counterclockwise rotation pushes air downward, creating a cooling effect on the skin. So technically, the room isn't being cooled, the body is, and that changes everything. Now, something often noticed, upper floor feel warmer, lower level feel cooler, and that's because heat rises, right? Upper spaces are surrounded by warmer air, while lower levels stay connected to the cooler ground. So, temperature here isn't just mechanical, it's architectural. Now, this is where design becomes deeper because the brain responds to materials and visuals. Matte finishes feel calmer, shiny surfaces reflect more light and feel more intense. Dark, heavy textures can visually feel warmer, so sometimes space doesn't just feel hot physically, it feels warm psychologically. That's why summer design leans toward lighter tones, softer contrast, and breathable textures, because comfort is both physical and visual. In design, the question isn't does this look beautiful, it becomes how does this feel at 2 p.m. in the middle of summer? Because real design responds to real life, it works with the body, not against it. So, when a room feels warm, the answer isn't always the AC, it's the window, the fabric, the materials, the layout, because a space isn't just warm, it's designed that way.